With its ultra lightweight, collapsible, foldable design, Black Diamond Distance Carbon FLZ trekking poles are ideal for ounce-counting hikers, backpackers, or even trail runners. These poles check in at less than 13 ounces for the pair. Let's take a closer look at the feature set of these ultra lightweight trekking poles. As you can see now that I've broken down these poles, the packed size is really small. Small enough you could put these inside a pack, and obviously you could also lash them to the exterior of the pack. They come in 3 different length variations from Black Diamond. In each case they're weighing in at less than 13 ounces for the pair. I've got in front of me the pair that maxes out at 120 centimeters. There's a smaller version that maxes out at 110 and a longer version that maxes out at 140 centimeters. Packed size here on the 120 is just 14 inches. You can shave an inch or pick up just an additional inch if you go with either of those larger sizes. At that weight, that packed size, these really are living in some rarefied air compared to the other collapsible or certainly telescoping options out there. Looking here at basically the joint or the space between these 2 sections, you can see that there's cording that runs throughout the poles. Makes them, again, very lightweight, gives them that collapsibility, but surprisingly strong and durable at the same time. To put the poles together, you basically just align the 3 lowest shaft sections and extend them until you hear positive click. You can see the push button that's in place and now keeping them from collapsing any further. There is then the short section above that that gives you that range of adjustability. On this 120 centimeter length pole, you've got an adjustability range that runs from 41 inches on the minimum side to 49 inches on the long side. There's an integrated, easy to use external flick lock mechanism. Locks it down, open that up, adjust it to the size you want it to be, and there are markings here on that upper shaft section. Lock that down into place and you're all set. There are nice, comfortable, but also weight-saving grips here on the Carbon FLZ poles. So you've got some cutaways. Again, that's going to cut down on the weight, but also gives that some interesting texturing. Feels pretty nice there in hand. EVA foam exterior that gives that nice next to skin feel. There's an extended portion to these grips, so rather than just where you need it up top, there's a little bit of an extension. Gives you a little bit of versatility in where you decide you want to grab the poles, and gives you a little something more to grab onto when you are making adjustments. A nice, again, weight conscious wrist strap on these poles. There is some Velcro adjustability on those straps, so you can kind of dial in the fit there, get it as comfortable for you as you'd like it to be. And that helps take some of that strain off your wrists over the course of a long day on the trail using the poles. I've turned the poles around and you can see the Z-pole tips here on the end. This entire section here at the bottom of the poles. Right now, what's in place on the tip end is a rubber tip. These are threaded in such a fashion that very secure. They're not going anywhere at all. This gives you a nice contact point if you are using this on rock, smoother surfaces, improved surfaces. It's nice for travel as well. But this can be taken off and replaced with carbide tips that Black Diamond includes with each pair. So these can be screwed on in place of the rubber tips, and on dirt, on trail, this is actually going to give you a better bite and better performance. Black Diamond includes a real minimalist Velcro strap that you can use to wrap around the poles and kind of keep them securely in place. But I did want to point out that on that strapping is where there's a very small pocket in which the carbide tips are enclosed. So if you're picking up a pair of these, you'll know where to find them. And then you've got a nice little storage option there. Whichever pole tips you're going with, you can store the other tips in that little pocket. Black Diamond Distance Carbon FLZ trekking poles. That combination of ultra lightweight carbon construction, the range of adjustability that you'll not often find on a pair of poles that checks in under 13 ounces. This really is an interesting option for anyone who's valuing that weight savings and collapsibility.